All right, guys, what's going on? It's your boy Keys. We're back. Um, I just have something I kind of want to talk about. I was fortunate enough to go through an unfortunate event, and I was able to do a lot of deep thinking on it. And I just want to talk about how I feel about the West in general. As you guys can see, the title of the video is "The West Ruins" or the West runs at the expense of the average man. Excuse me. And I'm going to elaborate that. So it's no secret that I support capitalism more than socialists, right? Because in a socialist society, why would I try and be an electrical engineer or a nuclear engineer, scientist, or whatever you want to call it? Why would I go for a high earning job that can benefit society in mass if someone who's flipping a burger is going to get the same thing I get? You know, the actual value of things go steeply downhill compared to as it does in capitalism with inflation. But, you know, as the pros and cons, I think the pros outweigh capitalism than the pros in socialism. But, you know, the cons are starting to get a lot heavier here in the West because of our quote unquote success and just how much wealth the elites have. So the biggest con, in my opinion, to capitalism is there's no solution if there's no problem, and that's what the basic capitalism is based off of. Is make a solution for problems to make money. That's basically the gist of it, right? All these businesses is to help with a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give a quick example. You know, the war industry. There's no Lockheed Martin, Boeing generating all this money if there's no wars. So we have to manufacture wars. There's no reason we should be getting involved with some of the stuff that's going across the water. But it's just too much money in those industries. The medical industry, there's no money in putting out the cure. There's only money in treating the actual issue. So it's actually quite simple when you think about this. Because I asked myself, you know, why can't we just be tougher on crime? We're in America. We're in America. I have to think about if I want to live in some place affordable versus breaking the bank just to feel safe. And you know, it's quite simple when you sit and think about it. Is why would it be harsher on crime and try to deter crime? Because you know we won't be able to fund and put all this money in the police department. We won't be able to actually fund and generate revenue for the actual jail systems because we won't have nobody coming in if we actually crack down and deter crime becoming harsher. When you go to like, you know, quote unquote third world countries and look at the prison system, they don't put no money in there. Because why? But here in America, it's just too much money. It's free slave labor. So we want people to come in and stuff like that. We want them to. And we need them to also cause a little damage in society so that people could pay for, you know, security, cameras, pay extra in certain areas and stuff like that. It's just really just a clown world through and through, in my opinion. But you know, it just really is what it is. That's like just one of the biggest reasons why I kind of want to leave. Is because it's just a clown world, man. The average person is getting destroyed now. The housing market. We get taught to all these boomers and you know get 3-4 roommates and live in your garage. It's called hustle, bro. Clown world, bro. Y'all didn't have to deal with this shit in y'all 20s and stuff like that. Y'all are married, having families and whatever. If we look at, you know, just the average cost to eat healthy, it's through the roof. It's insane. We're getting told that all these prices is going down and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel that way, especially when you factor in inflation. That's why I do think that, shout out Well Squad Chris, he said best, you know, you might as well save in Bitcoin because the value doesn't mean anything. What is the value of the dollar pegged to? Everybody, they say that the government spend our taxes and stuff like that, but then why do our national debt keep going up? Shouldn't the taxes cover what's going on? Why is it that the government can't pass a fucking audit? They just print more money. It's not tied to nothing. It's legit not tied to nothing. I don't understand why people make this so hard to grasp. The tax dollars pay for this. No, they just print more money and take money from you. It's just BS. The value of the dollar, I don't think, is going to ever relatively recover. You just gotta try and buy things that's gonna outpace inflation. Like, buying assets is more important than ever. Boomers and Gen Xers kind of get away with just doing whatever. But if you're a Gen Z millennial, you need to be buying assets. You need to be buying stocks. You need to be buying Bitcoin. If you can't get a house, shout out to you. Get a house. But honestly, if you're able to get a house, I don't know why the hell you staying here in America, because it's going to get worse. It is just going to get worse. This is legit a clown world, man. And it's just very, very unfortunate. But I'm proud of my Gen Z brothers, because everybody's like, yo, I got to jump ship. I got to get out of here, man. Most of these young dudes, unfortunately, have to gamble and try and get rich fast, do all this stuff, and just wreck themselves, just out of desperation to exit the rat race. Because that's what it is. It's just getting flat out insane here. Insane. I accept it. I'm probably not going to get a house, nor do I really want one. I just want flexibility to be able to leave. And, I made up my mind that I need to go ASAP. Hopefully a year max. Hopefully. Maybe I might make another video here and there and stuff like that, but I'm really like diving and start making, more videos, probably about my travels, stuff like that, and other things once I go. But I just haven't been like really in a good mind space to be doing these videos and stuff like that. I'm really just like taking care of myself, playing the game, stuff like that, relax, doing stuff that I want to do. But I might come back for sure. I might come back. Just let me know stuff y'all want me to talk about, or if y'all want to see some more gaming content or whatever. But I have to get out of here, because this is just insane, and they just don't care. You just got these old people just trying to hold power, and don't care about the young people. And it's not even at this point anymore about leftist versus right and stuff like that, because the left people have their problems, but the right do as well. AKA, what are we doing all this stuff for? Our greatest ally, clown world. You're punishing states because they said we don't want nothing to do with this nonsense, and you're punishing them. I don't think that's how the U.S. was supposed to run. It's starting to be an abuse of power. And it's quite unfortunate, because I guess you could say I voted for this nonsense. It's insane. But yeah, guys, that's just my thought process of right now. I kind of freestyled this, because I just felt like I had to get some stuff off my mind. But maybe we'll come back with another video. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all have a good one. Deuces.